Here we go, looking at black. Bloop. Alright. Oh, I made a scene for this. There we go. Abzan Devotee for 1 and a black. It's a dog cleric. We've seen a couple of these now. 2 drops that add mana. I bet there's one for each tribe. You're still logged in bunker? Alright, nice. We're way up at the base. Fill it up. Y'all filled up with loot? We'll come pick you up. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so it comes back for 3. Filters mana, but dogs this time. Kind of like the gods from Amonkhet, but dogs this time. Yeah. Instead of gods, it's dogs. It's just god backwards. Adorned Crocodile for 5. When this creature dies, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Okay, so it does have to die, but in the case it does die, you're getting a 5/3 and a 2/2 for 5. Which is pretty good. Renew. For 1, exile this card. B for being a low-cost mana dork. Yeah, kind of. Although it is just a mana filter. Like, it isn't... You can't really ramp off it.
Hi.
Hello. So, yeah.
My phone.
I swear I saw it. I think it was in the bedroom.
Okay, cool. I will see you there.
Yeah, so it's like a mana filter since you have to pay 1, but... So it might be slightly less good than a... But it's nice, the variety. Yeah, B-. I'm with that. What am I giving this Adorned Crocodile? It's a 5-drop. Renew, exile from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, activate only as a sorcery. So it creates a 2/2 and it gives you a 1/1, but it's like gives you a 1/1 counter. Yeah, I think B. It's just like a solid like aggro piece, but not much more to it. Costly for black, yeah. You get a decent amount out of it, but it's pretty costly. Aggressive Negotiations for 3. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile that card. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Huh. It's like a 1/1 counter attached to a duress. Can be okay. I feel like 3 mana is a little more than you want to pay to do that, though. Exile deck, so maybe a B and A. Oh, yeah. Well, would it be exile decks in this set, though, for draft? I could see it being the exile. That new exile deck is crazy good, though. The one with the black-white. I forget what the guy is. Yeah. Nice. Alchemist's Assistant. Lifelink. 2/1 lifelinker for 2. Renews, exile from a graveyard, put a lifelink counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Wow, the ability to put a lifelink counter is actually pretty solid. And it's an exile thing if you're saying they're exile decks. That's cool. It's probably hard to get something together like that in a draft scenario, though. You have to get really lucky. A-. Nice. Alesha's Legacy. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. Classic combat trick. That is going to fuck stuff up. That's a good one. I think I give it a B+ just because it's temporary. But it's nice. It'll definitely win you a battle. Yeah, still value for low. Yeah. It's just kind of your normal combat trick. Like, it's like so run-of-the-mill combat trick, you know? Avenger of the Fallen. Death Touch. 2/4 with Death Touch for 3. Okay, that's already pretty good. Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Solid rare here. Yeah, I like this one. I mean, Mobilize X, like, that's a big deal. Whenever it attacks, you're going to create that many tapped and attacking 1/1 red soldier tokens, red warrior tokens. Solid for self-mill recursion. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really good in self-mill. Really good just in general, though. That would be good even if you're just in a game that goes long. It's just good. And like a 2/4 Death Toucher is like solid for 3. 2/4 Death Touch, I mean, that's sticking around for a while. That's going to be a problem. Can cut down all the 3/3s. Caustic Exhale. Instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, behold a dragon or pay 1. Target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. Nice. This like counters that indestructible stuff because the -3/-3. If you can give it 1/+1 from white would be nicer. I like this. This we saw Grim Bauble. Like I compare this to Grim Bauble. It's just a little extra cost, Grim Bauble. But Grim Bauble was one of the best cards, best removal cards in draft. So I'd say that's about equivalent. Where'd I leave off? -3/3. There we go. Corroding Dragonstorm. That was a little delayed, my bad. But yeah, as a Dimir player, I can see value. Oh yeah. Corroding Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Surveil 2. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. We were looking at this before. You give it a C. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Surveil 2. Yeah, if you can get enough dragons together, I think it's pretty good. I might put, if you have the dragons, I could give it up to a B+ because you're doing the little ping damages and you're surveilling too, which is like giving card selection. It's not enough on its own. Yeah, definitely not. It doesn't have intrinsic value, but it has synergistic value. And it's low enough cost where, 2 damage, gain 2 life, surveil 2. The surveil, like an early surveil in draft is pretty okay, although you'd rather be playing a card. But if it's going to stop you from missing a land drop, like that early surveil is really nice. That really can save some games that would otherwise be lost. That's the beauty of surveil and scry, I think. If you can do it early, it can save the day in draft. If it was scry instead, yeah, maybe. It's like graveyard, are you trying to do graveyard things or no? Can hurt, but I mean, you don't have to with surveil. You could, if it's bad, you can just leave them. I guess if you can build some of your best cards, yeah. If you're throwing a bomb in the graveyard because you're trying to get to lands, that hurts. Yeah, I've definitely had it hurt where I play like that one. There's like a green and one, and it milled something to get to a land, and I was just like, well, there goes my game. There goes my game plan. Cruel Truth. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Well, now we're paying even more to surveil. And we're only losing life and not doing... We're not gaining life. This just sucks compared to that other one. Hold up. Like, this one, you pay 2. They lose 2 life. You gain 2 life and you surveil 2. This one, you surveil 2. Oh, you guess you draw 2 cards. Okay, that's an improvement. At least you draw 2 cards. Okay, so you draw 2 cards. I guess that's a little better. So you do your surveil, then you draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Okay, so in draft, it might actually be pretty good. I was going to rate it really low. Yeah. I still want to give it a C, though. It's... not amazing. Delta Bloodflies. For 2, flying. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses 1 life. Situationally good. 1/2 flyer. Yeah. It depends. I might, yeah. Where are you going, C+? Yeah, I'm C+, B-. It's not like something I'd actively seek out, but I don't know. It's like Flying just in draft is so useful. Yeah, if you can get the right things around it. Desperate Measures, a 1-drop instant. Target creature gets +1/-1 until end of turn. When it dies under your control this turn, draw 2 cards. When it dies under your control. I want to ask a dumb question like, that means I gain control of it, right? Thinking of the Brawl and Alchemy side. Yeah, for sure. Desperate Measures. Yeah. Now, I like that. That's like Combat Trick with draw 2 cards. It's similar to Fake Your Own Death. Except instead of a treasure, you get to draw 2. And that's good. I'm actually going to give this an A. I'm going to give this an A. Yeah. I'm going to give that an A. Like, it's a combat trick with an upside of draw 2 cards for 1 mana. Right? For so cheap, that's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. 1 mana, draw 2 cards, win a combat you wouldn't have won otherwise. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I would definitely scoop that. Dragon's Prey for 3. This spell costs 2 more to cast if it targets a dragon. Oh, jeez. Destroy target's creature. 2 more to cast? Ugh, God, that sucks. I just like that. Like, oh, man. I feel like maybe I'm spoiled from how good the removal has been up to this point. I mean, it's like, why have a downside on this? So you're already paying 3. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just because it's a colorless. Usually this would be like black, white, black, 1, murder. Now it's like murder with a downside. Murder, but worse. I'm seeing a lot of extra cost on black this set. Yeah, really. What's going on? Black's supposed to be like cutting corners and making sacrifices. Our sacrifices aren't supposed to be spending more mana. All right, we're on to the Feral Deathgorger. For 6, it's got a little 2 Dusk Sight sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature, draw a card, then shuffle this card into its owner's library. All these like little two slot cards are interesting. 3 or 3 cost, 4 cost, okay for black, but more than that, it's gross. Yeah, right. Put a 1/1 counter on a creature, draw a card. For 2, you draw a card, you put a 1/1 counter. Pretty solid. Okay, so that component's nice. I like that. And then if you don't feel like doing that, or you're ahead enough where you can afford to slap a 3/5 on their Flying Death Touch 3/5 for 6. When it enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Get rid of some graveyard stuff. 3/5 flyer for 6. It's okay. That's actually really good. It's good that it's good in all spots. Like cards like this are great that you're gonna like seeing it pretty much whenever. Keep shuffling it into your deck and adding 1/1. Oh yeah, unlike the ones where you would plot, like the one you could only use this ability 1 time. That's a really good point, Sparky. That's a really good point. That makes your deck significantly smaller because every time you hit it, you're basically, well, it makes it smaller and bigger. I like that part better than I like the flyer, I guess. But I still like the flyer part of it. I feel like by the time it gets to 6, your game's usually over in draft. And a 3/5 is going to be dominated by something else. Yeah. By turn 6, some other bomb is going to be bigger. This is the scary part. But it is Death Touch, so it'll trade with anything. So that's good. All right. Gurmag Rakshasa. For 6, it's a demon with menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. But to keep drawing and adding 1/1 is good for 2. It's kind of okay, but how many times do you want to hit it? Like, is that, like, I don't know, like, it's just 1/1, you know? Like, other people are going to be adding stuff that might be better than that. That's kind of where, like, you start to fall behind. Like, if that's all you did, if you know, if you hit it a whole bunch of times and that's all you did, it's kind of like, maybe. It does draw you a card. It's probably pretty good. Card draw is really good. Oh yeah, in like a constructed format, it's a totally different story. Yeah, I'm speaking in draft land for the upcoming draft on Friday when this set comes out in draft form. All right, so Gurmag Rashka, blah, blah, blah. When this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and target creature you control gets +2/2 until end of turn. It's like an Elish Norn for one thing. Nice. It's too bad it doesn't have like haste slapped on there. Okay, so I'm paying 6 for a 5/5. It's going to give -2/+2. It's going to tip the tides in one combat. That might just be enough. Honestly, those little marginal differences can be really good. I'm going to give this a B+. I think I'm going to give that a B+. If it were flying, it'd be an A. Give it a B+. 100 Battle Veteran. It's a zombie warrior. As long as there are 3 or more different kinds of counters among creatures you control, this creature gets +2/4. You may cast this card from your graveyard. If you do, it enters with a finality counter on it. So when it comes back, it's going to have a finality. You can have a 1/1 counter. You're getting a 4/2 for 4. I feel like this ability is going to miss a lot in draft. I'm giving this a D for draft. I'm giving that a D in draft. That's going to be too tricky to get. First of all, you got to have 3 creatures alive. Just 3 creatures alive is already like a bar, right? I guess you could have multiple tokens on different thing. Still leaning on the costly side, yeah. Kin Tree Nurturer for 3. Lifelink 2/1. When this creature enters, it endures 1. Put a 1/1 counter on it or create a 1/1 spirit token. So for 3/3, you're getting a 3/2 or you're getting a 2/1 and a 1/1. With lifelink. I got a C+. I think it's like a decent aggro piece. Like good for go wide stuff. Krumar Initiate. Pay X life. This creature endures X. Put X 1/1 counters on it or create an XX white spirit creature token. You got to pay the life, but that's a nice ability. Looks like black is the color you can draft, but you probably don't want to draft too much of it. Yeah, you're totally right, dude. I'm scared to draft black right now. Like, I'm looking at black and I'm like, ooh, don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of cost and not a lot of upside is what the problem is. Nightblade Brigade for 3. Death Toucher. Mobilize 1. When it enters, surveil 1. I like that. Mobilize 1's when it attacks, creates a tapped attacking red warrior. Death Toucher 1/3. Mobilizes, surveils 1. I actually like that a good bit. I give it a B+ because it's going to trade with anything. It's going to do the surveil. I hate to say that because I'm so much of a Dimir player now. Getting into green, white, and white, black is hurting kind of. Yeah. It's rare, though. It's rare you'll be able to pay life in draft and not get... Like, you need some kind of life gain to balance that out. Because, like, in draft, you're just, like, really... Whoever has the initiative can really have the other person on the back foot. But you could make a really big thing and take over the game, maybe. But it gets risky. It looks like there's a decent amount of direct damage in here that is going to be a problem. So, like, you can't get too low or you'll be, like, in range of that. Nightblade Brigade. We just did that one. Okay. Quarcy Revenant. This is a rare 3-drop Flying Death Touch Lifelink for 3. For a 3/3 Flying Death Touch Lifelink for 3. Okay, this is already strong as shit. The, what was the one that was... It was like the Nightblade something. It was a flying lifelinker. It was really good. Flying Death Touch Lifelink. I mean, this basically can stop anything. And it's a 3/3 that's going to gain you health. Renews for 2 and 1. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a flying counter, a death touch counter, and a lifelink counter on target creature. Activate only on sorcery. That's like S tier. Like so good. Is S tier like really good? Now see, that one plays good with this one though. I will say 100 Battle Veteran. I mean this... If you cast this back from your graveyard, it comes in with a finality counter. This comes back from the graveyard. It's going to be flying, death touch. It's going to give a counter. It's going to give 3 different counters. It's going to meet the requirements single-handedly. So that combos. I'm glad they put these so close together so that I could pull them up. But that does combo with that. I mean, that's like when your graveyard recurs, it's going to be even more deadly and scary. And you can put these, like, imagine you can make anything flying. Like, you're going to make a big-ass thing flying. And Death Touch and Lifelink. That's gross. This is huge. Yeah, I think this is going to go up in price. I don't think it stays at $3.20. I think that's an A+. Corsi Revenant. Yeah, that's a really good one. Rot Curse S is beyond A+. Yeah, nice. I like it. SS, nice. I accept it. Yeah, that's really good. Although, like, it depends where I'm setting my ratings, because, yeah. Like, the bomb of Epsileth. Epsileth, the Planeswalker, is going to be so gross in this set, dude. It's like, it's the one that doubles your counters, and you can, +1 ability gives you 2 counters, basically. It defends itself. It's so good. Rock Curse Rakshasa. Trampled, Decayed. This creature can't block. When it attacks, sacrifices at the end of combat. Renew for 2 and X. Exile it from your graveyard. Put a Decayed counter on each of X target creatures. Activate only as a sorcery. Whoa. Whoa. That's a mythic. Oh, man. You can put that on your opponent's creatures. Like, you can eliminate their blockers. That's a game winner, bro. That's a win condition right there. That's like you just slap that down. First it comes in, it trample 5/5 for 2 one time. I mean, so it doesn't stick around. So what? Whatever. You threw a 5/5 trampler in, you got some damage through. But then later in the game, when you need to get through and win, yeah, you give all their creatures for what? They got 3 creatures out. You give them all Decayed. They can't block you. Go in and win. Yeah, in constructed S. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give that an A+. A+ in draft. Rock Curse Rakasha. Now I'm starting to see some cards I play. That's $15 card right there. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. That's a bomb. And Renew is not even counterable. You see that going up? I think that'll go up too. That's gross. That's a win con. Like, this is like Craterhoof Behemoth, like, gives stuff trample. This just removes blockers entirely. I think you're right. I think it's going to go up, because what would you rather have? Trample over what they've got, or just remove all of their blockers? Like, this basically acts as a board wipe. I mean, and then if they do attack, they sacrifice. It's going to work amazing with sacrifice decks and sacrifice synergies, especially like Turgid or some crap. That's cool. All right, Salt Road Skirmish. Sorcery, destroy target creature, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of next step. You could use that with your white-black, because I use a lot of sack or die triggers. Nice. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, you're paying 4 to destroy a creature. You get the little red warriors. There's reasons to play it, but I'm going to give it a C. It's not much on its own. Sands. Yeah. Sandskitter Outrider. We're really thinking alike here, Panda. Sandskitter Outrider for 4. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. For 4, you're getting a 2/1. Alright, you better have a good upside. When this creature enters, it endures 2. Okay, so it's going to put 2 counters on it. So it might come in as a 4/3 for 4. Okay, now it's like baseline normal. Or create a 2/2 white spirit. Go and see again. I'm going C again. Draft C, constructed B. Fair. Scavenger Regent. Exude Toxin as an omen. A sorcery, omen sorcery. I wonder why the omen, when that'll come in handy. Each non-dragon creature gets -X until end of turn. And then for 4, you get a 4/4 flyer with ward, discard a card. That's good. That's gross. Yeah, that's gross. Let's see. I pay that for 3. Everything's getting -3/3. I pay 5, and then shuffle it back in. Yeah, it doesn't go away. It's card recursion. Yeah, I like that. That's super good. That's something that I wouldn't mind how many times that comes back. That's going to be good almost every time, especially if you're playing dragons. And I think you could get together a dragon deck pretty good. Yeah, A plus. Who doesn't want a card that's either a board wipe or a 4/4 flyer? Like which one, if one half isn't the thing you need right then, the other is. Like, yeah, A plus, dude. A plus. You're going to look at that card. Yes. Yeah, good value. Yeah, I mean, but still, a 4/4 flyer for 4 is just a good rate for a 4/4 flyer. Like, Sarah Angel is 5. Oh, yeah. The Sib-Sig ceremony for 3 black. Creature spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature, then create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. I feel like this is going to be good. Like, I just... But it's kind of weird because there are some creatures, though. This is really cool. With indestructible creatures, it'll still destroy it. It won't remove it, but you still get the 2/2 token, I think. You'd for real say A plus? I agree. I think it can get there. Cost reducers are always, like, 2 less to cast. Oh my god. If you have anything indestructible, or if you have anything that, like that stuff that sacks, and then, yeah, if you want the stuff to be dead also, like those cards we just saw that, like, come back better than they started, like that one flyer, the 3/3, with, like, that distributes tokens, then all of a sudden, boom, you've got a flying 5/5 lifelink zombie, like, I think that's going to be good. In draft, though, it's 3 pips. I mean, this is tricky. This is tricky. If you got like 17 lands, you're going to need 3 pips. It's going to be dead in your hand. This is the problem. Like, the problem is the cost of 3 pips in draft. 3 black pips. I think that's why I have to give it... In Constructed, it's going to go crazy. But I think it's a B plus in draft. Sidisi. Yeah, it's going to be great in Constructed. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy in Zombie Tribal. Yeah, that wouldn't also be costly. Yeah, it's tricky. But it's not so much costly as that it's a dead card that you can't play. When you have 3 pips of anything, like, unless you're playing mono black, which is not what this set... I don't think this set is going to really accommodate that. Yeah. Sidisi, Regent of the Mire. Sacrifice a creature you control with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return target creature card with mana value X +1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Wow. It's like I love it, but then I'm tapping the creature. I mean, I'm probably not blocking with it anyway, but it is making things bigger. Like, you're getting rid of a 2-drop, you're getting a 3, but you have to have a target there in the graveyard. Could be really great, though. I just feel like it's gonna... It's, like, so conditional. You have to have the right scenario for this. I like it, though. 2-drop for a 1/3 is not the worst. Like, it's pretty decent baseline. But, gosh, if you just had a couple things, like if you had like if you have a bunch of 4s and a bunch of good 5-drops, or like a bunch of 5s, a bunch of good 6-drops, like if your curve is really nice, low cost synergy for draft, yeah, I think you can make the synergy work, but it's from graveyard. You have to have the bigger thing in the graveyard first. Like that situation, it's kind of like getting the planets to align. You could do it. You're not really going to want to see him early game. I think late game you're going to want to see him, but I don't know that you're going to want to see him early game, really. Maybe. The last card would pair well. Sipsig? Wait, isn't this creature? It's creature, so it's going to trade a creature for a creature. Boy, it'd be nice with this, though. Cast, you have to sack it, then it's not cast when it comes back. Maybe it wasn't the last. Maybe it's the dragon. Get a nice 4/4 flyer out. I mean, swapping a 4/4 for a scavenger region sounds really good. But the thing is that it has to die first. Like, whatever it is. Or it has to get milled. If you have mill going on, this is great. If you can self-mill, this is awesome. Can't remember the one that made the zombie druid. Yeah, let's go back. Oh no, this makes the zombie druid, but it's not a creature, so this has nothing. It's not going to be fetchable by this. Like this gets a creature out for a creature. So you have to have a creature in the graveyard that's X+1. You sacrifice a creature with X mana value to get an X+1 out of the graveyard. So it has to be a creature and another creature. Like all the trade elements have to be present. That's why I say it's super conditional. Yeah, right. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But it would be sick. I mean, like if you've got mill going on, you got some good targets. If you can make yourself have good targets, that card's great. Sinkhole Surveyor. For 2, it is a bird scout. It's flying 1/3. Whenever this creature attacks, you lose 1 life and this creature endures 1. You could use it to put creatures in and still get something for it, but then you'd have to work around to get in something to sack. Yeah, you have to have all those things present. You have to have something to sack, something in the graveyard X+1. Like in draft, that's like a lot to ask for. It's a lot. But you could set your deck up to make it work. It just seems like it'd be kind of hard to do. And then, like, you know, how much do you want to try to make that work versus just like trying to curve out and do well? Sinkhole Surveyor, flying. When this creature attacks, you lose 1 life and this creature endures 1. Put a 1/1 counter on it. I honestly think this could pop off. Yeah, I want to try it out. Oh, yeah. This could pop off. I think this is like a good enough price to pay. You're paying 1 life, but you're getting a flying that's getting bigger every turn. Like, that's going to be a problem. I honestly think this is kind of a bomb. Like, if this gets like 4 or 5 attacks in before they get a flyer out, then it becomes like a 6/9, 6/8. Yeah, it becomes like a 6/8 flyer. Like, every time it gets worse. Black-white life gain, 100%. That would be the way to go if you can get it going. Strategic Betrayal. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Ooh! I love that. I just love that for Commander. Like, get rid of your creature, also fuck your graveyard. This is like, man, that's nice. Little Bajuka Bog action. It's like, okay, it's cool. It's cool in draft. It's really good. It's an uncommon, bro. We're all getting this one. Fuck your graveyards. Fuck your graveyards for 2. I know, that's great. I give this A+ in Commander. Probably pretty good in draft, too. For 2. Oh, my God. It's an exile for 2. It doesn't even have to be tapped or attacking or anything. Yeah, can we just talk about that it exiles a creature and you get bonus fuck your graveyard? It gives them the choice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's like sacrificing. Yeah, you're right. Still good, though. And in draft, you're probably playing that against 1 creature most of the time. Great. Well, I can't give it an A+ anymore, but I will give it a solid A-. I love it for Constructed, though. I need that card. Unburied Earthcarver for 2. Sacrifice another creature. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ooh. Nice. If I knew more ways to make tokens, getting rid of a graveyard is still value. It's definitely value. Yeah, it's definitely value. Because a lot of these cards, we're seeing some very dangerous recursion things in this set. Token add, but otherwise B. I wish I could just pay to buff it. The pay to buff card went crazy in Aether Drift. But like pay to sack and buff, I don't know if I like it as much. Yeah, I'm with you on B. Unrooted Ancestor. It's a 3/2 with flash. Sacrifice another creature. This creature gains indestructible till end of turn. Tap it. Wow, sick. Mix it with the one. Now we're talking. Yeah, that reminded us of rabbits. The flyer, the bird flyer that you can put as many of as you want in. Hell yeah, that keeps seeking for itself. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like this a lot. This is like a combat trick that can become indestructible till end of turn. So you flash it in, you sack a creature, you pull off a block, becomes indestructible. This is a problem. That's just an uncommon. I would scoop this up. I would put that in the deck. This I give it. It's flash. It's a 3/2. A minus. Yeah, I can't give it a full A plus. Right. It's if it were flying, it'd be an A plus. All right, Venerated Storm Singer. Mobilize 1. Whenever this creature attacks, God, that fucking card is going to be brutal. The bird that gets more birds, dude. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. I'm going to hate that. It would really cost you 4 to flash it in for value, but still, yeah. Yeah, it would cost you 4. I was looking at it like that. I always count that extra cost. It really costs you 4, but still. Most of the time you're flashing something in for that amount or 4 and it dies. This one's not going to die, so it's like better than those. Mobilize 1. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, we've seen cards like this, and these are good. And this one makes things that die. So when it attacks, it's going to make something that dies. You're already going to start the life gain off this. When it attacks, it mobilizes, so you get things that die. This is perfect for your black-white deck? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. This is perfect for your deck. Venerated Storm Singer. Yeah, that's a good card. I think this would do good in draft and constructed. Yeah. Like, this is like the type of card you could build around. And it's common. Cost is a little rough, I guess. I think you're going to get your value out of it, though, when you attack. It is a little undercurve, though. Whale of War for 3. It's an instant. Creatures target opponent controls get -1/1 till end of turn. Or return 2 target creature cards from graveyard to your hand. Pretty flexible. It's 3, though. I feel like this is going to whiff. Like, I feel like -1/1. It's going to be good sometimes, but it's not going to be good enough of the time. This part's pretty okay, but still you're not adding to the board. I'm going to give it a C. I feel like that one just isn't really enough. Worthy cost. For 1, as additional cost, sacrifice this creature, exile target creature or planeswalker. Those are kind of hard to maneuver in drafts. It's just like, what do you have that, like, you're gonna sack something that you trade up essentially. Possible board wipe, but very rare, and to hand isn't great. Yeah, yeah, right. To hand versus battlefield. Okay, we're almost at the end of black. This is the last one here. Yatan Tombguard Menace. It's an uncommon for 3. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Nice. Card draw. Evasion. Stats aren't terrible. I'll still give this a B. I think this is pretty good. Anything that gets you card draw in draft is pretty good. And it's Menace. You just need to have the counters. You could accidentally kill yourself? I mean, kind of. I wouldn't, because I would choose what my attackers are based on how much cards I want to draw. So, like, I mean, it's not like, oops, I'm accidentally attacking. Like, you just kind of think about, you know, maybe you put the counters on based on what you want to hit or not. All right, that was black. I'm going to stop the stream and start it up. I'm going to go right to Daisy, I think. But that was cool. That was fun. Thanks for helping with that. Thanks for adding your commentary.